Welcome to Satsang. Let there be peace and love in this universe. Nobody can deny that he has the feeling of I am. And because of that feeling, it builds an automatic concept. I am the body-mind. It is a reference point. We make it a center from where everything rises. And because of that, there is an apparent problem of continuous unaccomplishment, continuous separation, which makes one go out. Since it is a center, from that center, one tries to find solution of this separation, that feeling, out, believing that there is some solution there. There may be seeming solutions, but they will always come and go because the center starts with time, the time starts with the center, and in time, any result will be temporary. So there is no exit, there is no hope, there is no solution in the mind. In what has been created means the mind. And the mind includes the feeling I am. It is its base. That's why even the wise men, they indicate prior to the feeling of I am. Because one cannot even describe what is. He would describe only what is or what is not, or in paradoxes. There is no way to contain it, to comprehend it. And that one is always. One is always that, which is not graspable. So if one could be so clear to hear and then maybe to realize that is fixed point of reference, the center I am something, is the knot which makes movement and search to arrive in some complete satisfaction or completeness or unity. If one knows that, I think it is the best, most direct difficult to speak about that, but the most, or the only way to break the belief that I has to take himself for real. Well, is it simple? I hope it's simple. If it is not, you tell me. So, if someone is still busy, not having attained or on the way to attain, or am I in the right place or no place, is still busy with somebody. So if that is an indication, it's quite good, because there is nothing to change about that. Nothing. Just to know, oh, this is what is called creation, the mind, and its habits. Just to know is enough, because you are that always, that you believe it or not, that you see it not or not, that you realize it or not, you are that. So what? And yet one takes some time to hear. Why? Because it took too much. The one who's seeking has believed too much in what was offered, in the beliefs of the environment, and even which are in this universe. It was never put into question. So, habits. But habits belong to somebody. And I'm not that. I am that, which is careless, from where all this seeker, seeking, object of seeking rises and falls. And this has not to be seen. It is just an instantaneous trust. It is unexplainable how this is clear. But surely, to make the mind clearer about what all this is a good direction to one day hook to the eye. To hook at or to hook
onto. To hook onto.
To catch.
To hook onto.
To hook on.
Onto
the eye. To hook onto the eye. Yeah, I'm schooling. Well, better said. Okay. Yeah. But sometimes I have to change my vocabulary. Very difficult. Yeah. So, who has got some difficulty? Yeah.
What you say now, because there are moments when, in this time, what was my most important stick, whatever I can lose is not me. Whatever I will lose, any understanding, anything in the creation, everything from the ground itself which comes, I will lose it.
Yeah.
And when you say when I question the I, so I put it in the object, I put it in the, but why I speak, because the search is not, I'm still searching. I'm
Maybe
still,
a habit of the mind. You have just to see, oh, it's mind. So you don't go further. It's mind. Doesn't matter, it can take the shape of a search. You will slowly lose it. It will slowly probably disappear. But still, it can show up like this. No, it's a habit. Whatever you see, it's a habit. If you prefer to go this way or that way, it's a habit, which was nourished. That's why it was looking like real. But now you hear, it looks like real, it's not. It's not, because you give more trust now to what you hear. I am that. I am that. I cannot objectify myself, because again, then I nourish all what happened, and that's why I search and so on. So if it comes to you, you see, it's a habit. What you will do? You drop. You just drop it. That's all. What has gained? What has lost? Not who you really are, or what you really are. Stop. Just stop. Whenever it comes to you, and then who cares if by memory you go and look and say, oh, I spent 3 hours in this thing. It's anyway an illusion. So don't worry. There was still something aware of the identification and of the sudden consciousness of, oh, I've been lost three hours, but now I see. Now I'm present to what is. But the habit to mix up the memory with what looks real and all that, that is a painful. That makes the mishpopot. So, don't try. Just have this, love this wisdom that can rise and telling you, mind, habit, whatever words, stop. And where are you left when you stop? If you don't think. Because the mind is very quick in making a concept, very quick. I was thinking of this sleep and waking up, saying I slept well, but it is said when I wake up, exactly. When I wake up, thinking it's real, and that's how he thought he also went to sleep. But so when this I wakes up, what wakes up? The mind, taken for real. So he will, what's a mind? It's a concept, it's a thought. It's the same. There is nothing else than that. So immediately it goes to some memory. And then he presents it in the present, so-called present, but that's not true. It's based on the past. That's why finally this I we pronounce all the time, it is past, because we put the concept I am born, I have a life, I will die. So it's past, this I. I is a dead image that we impose, that we believe in, that we root in oneself. And it is never rooted anyway, but this is through self-investigation we can see that. So, let's fall in love in the... When I say fall in love, it's just a way to say, let's see the full value, to just surrender or totally see that one is that. I am that. The wise men speak about. All the rest was part of this imagination, which will never stop. It's going on, creating, and that is not our affair. It is the business of the self. Yeah.
I just had an adventure with a dog that escaped, and just I had this, it's all the dream, but still I had to run to. It was so true in the same way.
Yeah.
And
it's true to the body and to the mind.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And when everything was over, the dog.
The God! You put God on a leash? Okay. The image of God, okay.
Yeah. And then everything was over, but I could see the body is still shaky now,
Yeah, but you see,
the body
it is the story of the body and mind. It can't shake. We are not a stone. You're not a stone. And immediately you said, what did you say immediately also? It was looking true, but you said...
I could see, it's a dream,
It's a dream. And very good.
Then I had this, let it go, but then suddenly everything...
Let it go, it is enough to see it's a dream. Let it go. That will go on its own. It is enough. And to put things, to make it still more convincible, obvious, it's the story of my body and my mind. And imagine if you can tell all that, you're not that. But still, this can go on. It will go on. Don't have this idea that you may not shiver or be worried anymore. No, the body-mind continues its own. The worries of the mind may not be the same, because those worries will be punctual, circumstantial. It will not be a worry of surge that goes. But still it will react to things, to circumstances. Because they are itself circumstances. We believed, as I said in the beginning, of a reference point, the base. We made a base. With our birth, we made a base. That made us suffer. That made us believe that this dream is not a dream. But you said it's a dream, so very good, because you must have gone to the source of things. And this is the voice of the wisdom. So, that's enough. You don't need to change the dream.
That's also a big relief.
But it's absolutely very difficult to change the dream of the self. Yeah. So where are you when all this is over? Where are you?
So this dream, I was part of this dream. It was the same, the dog.
No, I was not. Your body mind.
Yeah, the body mind.
Yeah, you that you say I, okay. Okay, but this I means the body mind.
Yeah.
You could say I with the freeing it from concepts. You could. Then you would not worry if your body still reacts a lot or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The difficulty now is that somebody has wisdom through some glimpses and some trust that you hear in satsang. But still, there is, when those things happen, there is something going on, because there is still someone. So you have to trust more the voice which leads you to the source, which can make you say, this is a dream. Mm-hmm. Because if you give two values, there is still somebody I here. He has the luck to know it's a dream, but yet he has a foot still in body-mind concept. That's why there is a kind of in and out. So you have to get the wisdom to dedicate or attribute more value to the voice, your voice of wisdom, which brings you to the source. Who got this experience? Whose body? Whose dream? And then that will really shake this habit to confuse.
Ganga, my question is somehow related. I wanted to ask you about traumatic events.
Dramatic. Traumatic.
Shocking events.
Yeah.
So,
this is one of the big shocking events to realize. That I listen to you. There is no more shocking than that. I can still listen to you.
So events in which it is less easy to remind oneself that we are that.
Okay.
So I remember, for example, I experienced something terribly shocking,
Yeah.
where everything appears to be going so fast that
Yeah.
for me personally it was
Yeah.
too quick to
Yeah.
to rest in the wisdom.
Yeah.
Although I do remember having the wisdom come in one instant, and
Yeah.
I recognized, as this lady
Yeah.
says, that this is all a dream.
Okay.
This is incredible, and
Mm.
I was amazed to have this
Yeah.
thought in this moment.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
but I also realized that I seemed to go completely out of my body at this time. And I wonder it was something to do with having realized that it was a dream. But at the same time, I felt it was really important to stay in the body at this time.
You know, everything you experience belongs to the personality you thought you were or you are. You were if you reminded yourself this is a dream, but you grasp it again very quickly because it has not been really seen yet. That's all. So that's why one has to really go again and again back. And then you will be amazed that it will not be only because of a traumatic event that suddenly this wisdom comes, but it will simply be your life. It will be at any time. This may come to you. Huh? Now, about going out of the body or being in the body, it's really because of that belief, I am the body. It is not, it has no value in fact, it is just experiences. So, why they look so important is because the experiencer has been given importance. I am body-mind. I am born. But you see that confusion is that, telling that one refers always to body-mind. I am not the body, I am not the mind. That has to be hammered, probably, deep in you. And the hammering means not like a brainwash. It is a kind of brainwash, but it leads you not to grasp this concept. And that will do the job in time, who cares? It will mine, it will rotten the concept, I am somebody. And then you will care less if you are out of your body or in. Anyway, you see, anyway, it is in the body that you feel you are out. And then you will come back soon. Because the attachment and the belief anyway is to be in the body. And realization is not to be out of the body. Yeah, it's not at all that. Did I reply? If there is anything left about that, you ask more.
Yeah, no, I was not actually saying that it's the only time in a shocking event that I would realize
Yeah.
it is a dream.
Yeah,
But yeah, what you said was a perfect answer in a way.
it's okay for you.
But it was also just one other thing that I wanted to add, but I think I know the answer, is that the reason that we are, or I am, still haunted by past traumatic events.
Yeah,
Not all the time, but something can
Yeah.
come as a trigger.
cut off at once.
Yeah.
Really, the past is poisonous. I say it belongs to this dead image of I. You stop. You don't even finish the image or the sentence or whatever is presented. You stop. Yeah?
But
Hi.
thoughts, I have the feeling that somebody is hard that they can stop this thought.
It's hard to stop.
It's hard to stop sometimes for
Yeah.
some people. And what is your
Advice to stop.
To stop.
Not to stop that it is hard, because then you will not stop. To stop because it's hard even is a concept. You are not, you see, all what has been created. You are not this madness or fantasy. It has never been. The mind blows away with that, but it has even never been. So one has to stop. He cannot fix this fantasy. Stop. Stop. But for that, you need quite a strength. How to get that strength? Going back again and again from where this I come, or from where this I arose that can stop, to the soul. To remove this center base where we land. So it is not through the mind that one gets free. It is not through the mind. Mind includes all what can appear. So emotions, feelings and understanding and concept, ideas, ideals, positive, negative, all that is the mind. There is no, this tool, the mind, this creation is not meant to realize from where it comes. It has to go from where it comes so that there is a realization. Or to where it disappears. Yeah.
It's like it's never disappearing.
Oh,
Really.
please, I didn't.
It's like it's never disappearing.
Uh-huh.
It's always something.
Okay. There is always something. Stop at some. You don't grasp thing. What happens? Is it not a disappearance if you don't grasp? It's because we have this habit to grasp all the time. We believe in continuity in time. What's in the gap? Can you see anything in the gap? Tell me now. Can you see anything in the gap? Keep quiet. What is the mind? The mind is when one grabs the thought. Yeah? Next thought. So you cannot see it, it's not disappearing. There is a moment where you grasp all the time from where this comes. In between two words even. One word has to disappear to be able to say the other word. Isn't it? I don't think there is any language with one word only from birth to death. It has to, it is cut off, no? But I like your sentence. I liked so much. You said something and then what was it? Something. It's really like that, you see. You say a word, it creates a bank. It's a bank. And then you catch the other word, you create the other bank. You see, all those images we believed in. And then there's this difficulty how to reach the other bank. There must be some solution there. Somebody is there who will tell me the answer, maybe the definitive answer to what I grasp. So you have really always to go back from the first. Is there a first of all? Is there a first? Maybe I just land on something which is completely not real. Then there will be no story of bank and river and another bank and some answer and all that story. That's called to be freed from one's own illusions created by words. So this will go on, but at least one knows
For me, it's the
what.
first,
For
me, it's the first bank.
Yeah.
All the time creating the first.
You're
bank.
right. No, not
Trying
for me.
to-
For everybody. That's right. So, I again repeat, because you believe so, you have so many arguments probably to believe that you are on a first bank, that everything else is created. Everything else is out from the first bank. That is a problem. So, what is satsang? It is repeating again and again, don't go that direction. It is just see from where the first direction started. Is there any first bank? Is it not by itself un leurre? Comment est-ce qu'on pourrait dire un leurre?
A false idea?
Yeah, false idea. Must be one word in English, no? A false idea. Okay, doesn't matter. False, huh? An illusion. Oh, I wanted to avoid that. But it's true. Okay. So ask, who thinks there is a bank? Who is that one? What I mean by telling I land on the first bank, what do I mean by this I? Tell me. It would be great. What do you mean when you say I? Body, mind. Body, mind. Yes. Yeah, first some have more bodies and some more mind. Sure. But this is a question of degrees. I'm not analyzing that much. I just see the nature of things. Body, mind. And when you sleep or when you are in a gap, is there an idea of body-mind? Interesting. It can also go. Very interesting. That direction, which is not going out, because there is still a first bank, so I can say it goes prior to the bank, the idea of bank. Otherwise, there is nothing like those words.
What's your name?
Tom.
Tom.
So then love is also just the creation of the body and the mind.
It's the self-creation as everything else.
So there is no love.
Yeah, but then you see, as you made a concept of love, you will make a concept of no love, and it will look like dry and all that thing. So it's now of the two. One cannot describe what it is. One cannot describe what it is. Okay.
when you say from where I comes from, when I feel like when I can see that it's the feeling of relief. So I let go, but I catch so quickly that that's why I'm
Then
catching
be
so
very quick in
quickly.
stopping.
It's like
Stop,
I have a
stop, because you see.
I'm boycotting myself somehow.
Yeah, but
I know. I
no,
just
but
have to
it's
let it.
everybody, you know. It is everybody. One has to understand it's a very simple trick. You have not even to finish your sentence in yourself. You just stop because you know you enter into a movement. And it will bring you out. It has its base and it brings you out again. And then, because you are going to satsang, it makes a loop. Okay, at least I don't speak and I'm not interested in object, but I'm interested in the subject. But there was no subject after all. You see? So you just stop. And where are you when you stop? But it's there, it's there, that direction. I don't know to whom I speak now. But it is not after that is sure. Yes. And if it is clear, then you do it automatically. It doesn't matter if it is all the time or not all the time. It doesn't matter. You won. It is enough. Doesn't matter. Now, I wanted to say something about that. Yeah. I also stop.
But Ganga, what I see.
What? Listen, I can listen because I also enjoy to bring you back there. But don't you see? I will listen. But don't you see? Listen, that you are catching a thought. Yes or no?
I see it.
Will you have a solution with a thought, even coming from me? No, tell the truth.
Yes. Because it comes because if I have to tell you this.
I know, but I have to tell you that you are catching a thought. Because probably you still believe that this thought is not really a thought because it is relating to enlightenment and search. No, but the mind is so clever. But it's just a thought, like any other thought. In fact, so I listen carefully. No, I do. See, one has to see that so clearly by himself. Then he can really, he understands what's meaning by going back. Means you don't go back anywhere. You are always there. But because there is a kind of movement because of the past belief. Yeah. So when one stops, it just stays where he is always. But one wants to experience it. Huh? No, it is true. One
because it becomes such a small movement, so
I know it's going
Yeah.
like this. But imagine if you do all the time like this, as a painter, it becomes a black hole and all that.
Ganga,
Yes, Raman.
had to go where the mind comes from. Without the mind. That's the last thing you said. I mean, you said go there.
Yeah, but that is second best. The best is just stop. If you can't stop, then go back from where which brought something, came from, or disappears. It's the same. Second best. Best is just to stop. Where do you stop? Where one can stop? Only in oneself. Stop means don't catch, don't think. Just for a minute, and even as my master was telling, split second, just to make obvious, to make it obvious. And then after, all the rest is seen as habits and all that. Everything is one in that way. No more confusion. If you see habits, okay, it's habits. Then what? You will not realize in time. You will not be a biped, enlightened biped, huh? Biped on the planet walking, enlightened, realized. A biped, walking on two legs. Two-legged enlightened. An enlightened two-legged. I like the image, but it's an image.
I don't know. Something has to stop totally.
For a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
And know that that's the direction. So you give value to that, because what is said from the first word of the Buddhas till we don't know when, they always try to convey that. So you have to give value. The mind will say, it's nothing. And that is the seed of trouble. You'll be quite at peace, finally a nothing, and after, only a nothing, and then you will make this nothing as something. So you have to know the value where the mind doesn't speak. Fraction of a second is enough. You have to remind yourself, probably, because I don't don't underestimate the power of habits, but they are just habits. And then at some point, what looks habits will not be a problem. But for some reason it looks somebody has a real difficulty to not to be the center. And in fact, many ways, at the kind of intuition, because through religion or some other ways, they bring back to, oh, I am somebody, some higher power, maybe called God, somewhere there, and then there is a mysticism to be united, so I am only a dust, I'm a parcel of stars, I'm so humble, I'm just a point, and then I get united and all that. You see, they are temporary solutions in time. So the trouble is that point, that dust, that parcel of a star, imagine, that... Something.
I don't look in that right direction.
Ah.
I look at that thing that is stuck there.
You look at?
I don't know what to. That's where I'm stuck.
Yeah.
But I'm not quiet, and I keep looking at that.
But this is called fascination.
To solve the problem.
No, but I tell you, since a few years, and I will again tell you, you put that quality on you, which looks like a defect. You put a quality on you. You don't question this I who covers himself as what? I forgot. What? What did you say? Huh?
But he's stuck.
Stuck. It's a cover. It's a dress. You don't question I. Who is dressed? Who believes is stuck?
It's the one that looks at that thing.
The one who looks at the stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this one? What is it? The solution is not an answer to the stuckness. It will be an answer that this I who feels stuck is not even existing. No, you can take it. You can take it. Otherwise, you have to stay a few years more in Satsang. It's okay. Thank you very much.